Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Estes Field. We hope you enjoyed your half-hour break as we get ready for the fourth and final game of this four-game series between a pair of top 25 teams. Before we get into the stats and a recap of Game 3, we're going to go ahead and give you the rundown for the lineups for Game number 4 as Bellevue has already secured the series win. First, we'll go over the defensive alignment for the Eagles. Taking the mound today is pitcher number 33, Weston Walls. Catching for him, number 16, Dawson Foster. At first base stands number 22, Sean Mitchell. At second base is number 7, Landon McKillop. At shortstop, number 23, Jordan Vasquez. At third base, number 2, Dariel Rios. In left, number 15, Ryan Malzahn. In center, number 1, Justin Smith. And in right, number 11, Zeb Weedy. And now we move on to the batting order for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Bruins of Bellevue. Batting first, Anthony Lind, followed by number 3, Oak Held. Batting fourth, the first baseman, big number 23, Carter Clairhout. Batting fourth, number 22, Aiden McCarris. Batting fifth, number 14, Nick Gravel. Batting sixth, number 12, Xavier Lerma. Batting seventh as the designated hitter, number 16, Dylan Holmes. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Mason Spellesi. And batting ninth, number 8, Jalen Ruffin, the speedster in center field. A quick recap of game number 3 for those who may not have been able to watch or listen. It was, for the third straight game, an absolute powerhouse of offense from the Bruins. 5 runs in the first, 4 runs in the fifth, 3 runs in the sixth, en route to a 15-5 thrashing of the Eagles. All 5 runs of the Eagles were batted in by Ryan Malzahn on a 2-run and a 3-run homer as Anthony Lind takes ball 1 from Weston Walls, your starting pitcher for the Eagles today. Walls fires ball 2. Weston, the big 6'6" right-handed senior from Terrell, Texas. Transferred to Central Methodist University from Incarnate World, the Division I university. As he delivers strike 1. Weston has pitched 10 innings in total on the year. He has 1 complete game as Lynn fires that one over Weston's head, and McKillop is there to record the out at first. With Lynn gone, Oak Held will step to the plate. Weston Wall's only complete game on the year came against the number 1 team in America, the Pilots of LSU Shreveport, as Wall's breaking ball finds the strike zone. Walls threw every single pitch in what is undoubtedly one of the Eagles' biggest wins in years, as they defeated LSU Shreveport 4-3 down in Louisiana, as Walls quickly finds himself ahead in the count 2-0 on Held. Fastball high and in. Walls lost control of that one, and Held is lucky to not have an earpiece taken off his helmet. Walls has given up 11 hits as he drills Held, and the Bruins have their first base runner aboard. And with Oak Held on and only 1 down, Carter Clairhout will step to the dish. Walls in 10 innings, given up 8 earned runs, 9 walks, 9 strikeouts, with an ERA of 7.20 in only 2 starts. Umpire says Clairhout's check swing broke the plane, and that will be strike 1, as Foster did an excellent job to stop the ball and prevent Held from stealing second. Clairhout sends that one straight down. Looks like it hit his ankle as he comes up limping. walk on it, shakes it out, and appears to be okay. In the previous game, Carter Clairhout went near perfect with a pair of singles, one of which drawing in an RBI and a monstrous solo home run and only one strikeout. 3 for 4 is quite impressive. As for the second straight at bat, Weston Walls drills the batter. Carter Clairhout will have an easy path to first. And with Clairhout getting the HBP, Aiden Macaris will step to the plate. Macaris, part of the back-to-back solo home run bombs in the second inning of Game 3 earlier this afternoon that broke the game wide open as Walls throws a wild pitch into the dirt of the other batter's box for ball 1, and both Held and Clairhout will advance. Weston's breaking ball cannot find the inside part of the zone, and instead it's ball 2. That breaking ball does find the zone, and it's strike 1 against Macaris. Back-to-back breaking balls, back-to-back strikes for Weston Walls as he begins to look comfortable on the mound. That is the one thing the Eagles have not been able to find this series, is someone who can comfortably pitch against the firepower of this Bellevue roster. Macaris is wise to not chase and instead earns ball 3 to move the count full. Over the last 3 games, the Eagle pitching staff has given up 38 runs, and Coach Breland is relying on Walls to change that trend dramatically as Macaris is rung up on strikes. Held the check swing, but Blue says it was a strike, and Macaris goes down. 2 on and 2 down for Nick Gravel. Gravel sees ball 1, and Foster does a good job of not losing the ball to prevent a stolen run. Last game, Gravel went 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a pop-up to the shortstop. Fastball over the middle for strike 1 from Walls. Fastball misses low, and Gravel earns himself ball 2. Another miss, this time high and just a little bit outside, and Walls finds himself behind in the count 3-1 against Gravel. Breaking ball gets the zone, and Gravel knew it as soon as he saw it, and the count moves full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Can Bellevue strike early for the 4th game in a row, or will Walls say no? Wild pitch right into the cleat of Foster. And that is ball 4 and a stolen run for Oak Held. Gravel earns himself the walk. And for the 4th game in a row, the Bruins strike first and early. With Gravel's walk, Clairhout moves to third, and that brings up to the plate Xavier Lerma. And he will watch strike 1 zip by. Lerma went 1 for 4 in game 3, as Gravel will easily steal second, as Foster cannot handle the pitch from Walls. Lerma had a single and 3 strikeouts earlier today. Big swing and a miss from Xavier for strike 2. Walls an opportunity to stop the bleeding before it gets ugly, something the Eagles pitching staff has not been able to do this series, and they need to get it done now if they want to avoid the series sweep. Chopper over the glove of Walls, bounces off the second base bag, too high for anyone to make a play. They have Gravel in a run down to the third base line. Vasquez steps in, and he'll make the tag out to end the inning, but not before Clairhout scores at home. Lerma will get the RBI single, but not before Gravel is caught stealing home. We go to the bottom of the first. Bellevue, once again, striking early. We'll be right back here on the Urban Edge Network. And welcome back to Central Methodist University for the bottom of the first inning here in Game 4 between Bellevue and Central Methodist. We will quickly go through the defensive alignments for the Bruins. Taking the mound for Bellevue, number 33, Garrett White. His catcher, number 12, Xavier Lerma. Standing at first base is Carter Clairhout. Second baseman, Nick Gravel. Third baseman, Oak Held. And shortstop, Mason Spellisey to round out the infield. The outfield for the Bruins. In left, Aiden Macaris. In center, Jalen Ruffin. And in right, Anthony Lind. And stepping up to the plate to lead off the inning for the Eagles is Jordan Vasquez. He'll be followed by Gavin Whitehurst, Ryan Malzahn, Dariel Rios, Justin Smith, Zeb Weedy, Sean Mitchell, Landon McKillop, and Dawson Foster to round out the batting order for the Eagles here in game number 4. Vasquez looks at ball 1 outside. Garrett White making his third start, fourth appearance, an ERA of 7.27. He's only pitched 8 2/3 of work on the year. As Vasquez launches that one foul out of play down the right field line. Garrett's given up 12 hits, 9 runs, 7 of which earned, 7 walks, and 9 strikeouts on the early season. Vasquez sends that one straight into the backstop for strike 2. Breaking ball does not break enough for White, and Vasquez evens the count at 2 apiece. Garrett White, the 6'6" junior from Omaha, Nebraska. Vasquez liner stopped by the third baseman. He makes the throw over to Clairhout at first. What a play from Oak Held. It was a laser of a one-hop chopper that Held dropped to his knees to stop, and that will bring on Gavin Whitehurst with one down and nobody on. Whitehurst, the starting pitcher from game number 3 earlier today. He recorded a walk, a strikeout, a single, and an HBP as he takes ball 1. Vasquez went 1 for 3 with a pair of pop-ups and a single. Whitehurst takes ball 2 outside. I am struggling to recall the last time Central Methodist baseball was swept in a 4-game series at home here at Estes Field, as Whitehurst launches that one over his right shoulder for strike 1. Whitehurst caught looking at strike 2. White fires that one straight into the backstop for ball 3. Whitehurst earns himself a full count. Ryan Malzahn awaiting in the on-deck circle. Whitehurst sends one high out to left center, and Ruffin will step in to make the catch. A towering fly ball caught easily by the center fielder, and that will bring on Ryan Malzahn. Had a pair of home runs, a single, and a walk in game 3, as he sends this one foul. Another foul ball down the right field line, and Malzahn finds himself down 0-2 quickly. White delivers ball 1 low. Malzahn sends this chopper foul towards the Bellevue dugout. White drills him in the leg, and Malzahn will take his base. With Malzahn on, Dario Rios will step to the plate with 1 on and 2 down. Malzahn reaches first base safely. Rios sees strike 1. Rios sends a high fly ball to right field. Charging in, it will drop fair. Malzahn will reach third safely, and Rios slides into second. And the Eagles have 2 on with Justin Smith stepping into the plate. Smith takes ball 1 inside. Swing and a miss from Justin for strike 1. Smith caught looking for strike 2. Smith wisely holds off the temptation to chase and earns himself ball number 2. White delivers. Ball 3 inside. Justin Smith facing a crucial 4 count here at the bottom of the first. Takes ball 4 outside. An excellent at-bat for Justin Smith to draw the walk from Garrett White. And on steps Zeb Weedy. Weedy takes ball 1 inside. White delivers strike 1 right down the middle. Zeb Weedy with a high fly ball out to center. Ruffin says he has it, and he does. The Eagles will leave 3 men stranded and score none as we go to the top of the second. The Bellevue pitching staff continue to do impressive work and bring this Eagles batting lineup to a halt. You are watching NAIA Baseball on the Urban Edge Network. And welcome back to Fayette, Missouri for the top of the second in this 9-inning game between the Bruins and Eagles. After putting up 2 runs in the top of the first, Bellevue looking to keep tacking on more damage, and they will start that with their designated hitter, Dylan Holmes. Walls delivers. Ball 1 inside. That could have drilled Holmes in the leg. In Game 3, Holmes went 2 for 4 with an RBI single and a home run. And he sends this one straight out to Justin Smith in center, and Smith is able to get under it for the easy catch to record out number 1 of the inning. And that will bring on the shortstop, Mason Spellacy. The Bruins have done something to CMU that has not been done for almost a decade. As Walls delivers ball 1. Bellevue has beaten Central Methodist 3 games in a row, as this one is stopped very nicely by McKillop. And did he beat the throw? No, he did not. Spellacy dead to rights at first. An excellent defensive play by second baseman Landon McKillop. Bellevue has beaten Central Methodist 3 games in a row here at Estes Field. That has not happened since April of 2016. CMU lost back-to-back games against Grandview, followed by a 1-game loss to William Woods. I'm still struggling to find the last time that Central lost 4 home games in a row, as Ruffin quickly jumps ahead in the count 2-0. Walls. Ruffin sends a high fly ball foul down the right field line. And Walls drills Ruffin right in the back after shaking off a pair of pitch calls from the dugout. Ruffin draws the HBP. And the Bruins get to go back to the top of the order with a man on and 2 gone. Lind shows bunt, pulls back on a strike. And the last time Central Methodist lost 4 home games in a row, you have to go all the way back to 2015. They lost the last game of the series against Hannibal LaGrange on Tuesday, April 21st, as Walls throws ball 1 to Lind. And then they lost the first 3 of the weekend series against Culver Stockton, all at home. 11 years since someone has come in to Fayette and beaten the Eagles 4 times in a row. Walls delivers ball 2, and the Bruins are one win away from doing just that. Another fastball taken low, and Anthony Lynn finds himself ahead in the count 3-1 in his battle with Weston Walls. His last sign up grounded out to second base. Breaking ball gets the outside part of the zone, and Walls pushes the count full. Bellevue putting their 10-game win streak on the line in the series finale. Chopper to second. McKillop has it. Easy throw to Whitehurst to end the inning. Walls putting up good work in the top of the second. No more damage done. It's still 2-0. And we'll be right back with the bottom of the second here on the Urban Edge Network. On you. And welcome back to Central Methodist University. Leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Eagles, playing as the designated hitter in this game, is number 8, Sean Mitchell. Sean went 0 for 3 in Game 3 with a strikeout, a pop-out, and a ground-out. Recorded an HBP as he gets strike one swinging. Mitchell lays off the outside heat for ball one. Sean sends this one back into the net for strike two. Appeal says he did not go. Coach Monlux cannot believe it. And Blue says Mitchell did not break the plane. It will be 2-2 to Sean. Ball 3 taken inside. Bellevue dugout getting restless as they have been chirping to the umpires and the Eagles all weekend long. White to deliver the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Mitchell holds back on the check swing. And instead of a strikeout, Landon McKillop will step to the plate with one on and nobody down. If if you're Coach Breland or any member of the Eagle coaching staff, you are exhausting every resource possible as McKillop shows bunt and takes ball one inside. Excellent pullback job by Landon McKillop, the 6'1 sophomore from Lamoni, Iowa. The Eagles need to get this victory to stay in the eyes of the National Committee. They have a week off as Landon lays a bunt down straight to the pitcher. Mitchell will advance to second, but McKillop does his job. And that gets us to Dawson Foster. The last thing you can do if you're the Eagles is let a ranked opponent come into your stadium and sweep you 4-0. As White delivers ball one low and in on Dawson Foster. White taking a look back at Mitchell at second and fires. Foster over the middle, base hit into center field. They will hold Mitchell at third for runners on the corners and only one gone for Jordan Vasquez. The Eagles will not play until next Saturday here at home in a 2-game series against the Statesmen of William Penn once this game ends. And the 5'10 junior Joshua Smith has stepped on to courtesy run at first base in place of Dawson Foster as Vasquez groans in disbelief at the strike call. And he finds himself down 0-1. White to deliver. Chopper to third. It will keep Mitchell at third. Vasquez cannot beat the throw. And Smith will advance to second. It's 2 runners in scoring position and 2 gone for Gavin Whitehurst. Whitehurst flew out to center field his first time up today as he takes ball one outside. A base hit is all you need to tie the game. Can Bellevue get out of the jam again? White throws over to Held. Throw was off target, but Held did a good job of preventing the ball from flying past him and allowing Mitchell to score. Ball 2 taken outside, and Whitehurst finds himself ahead 2-0. Whitehurst only 2 RBI on the year. Takes strike one inside. Nods his head and agrees, yes, that was a strike. Malzahn waiting in the on-deck circle. Ball 3 taken low from Whitehurst. Next one at bat from Gavin Whitehurst. big pitch coming from Garrett White. 2 on, 2 down, 3-2 count. Whitehurst sends a liner to the left field. That will drop. Base hit. Gavin Whitehurst will empty the bases. He is digging for 2. And he will reach second base standing. A 2-out, 2 RBI double for Gavin Whitehurst. And on comes who has proven to have been the ultra-reliable Ryan Malzahn. Malzahn with a liner. Called foul just outside the first base line. Instead of potentially bringing home the go-ahead run early on, here in the bottom of the second, it is strike 1. Malzahn put together a hitting performance that you truthfully cannot complain about if you're Coach Breland as he takes ball 1 outside earlier today in Game 3. 2 home runs, a single and a walk. 1 home run was a 2-run homer, and the other one a 3-run shot, as Malzahn is frozen for strike 2. Big moment here early in the game. And if you're Coach Breland, when there's no one else you would want at the plate than this man right here, as Malzahn takes ball 2 low. Chops this one foul towards the Bellevue dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And number 22, Gavin Whitehurst, standing on second base for Malzahn. Malzahn takes ball 3 high. Another big pitch here from Garrett White. Whitehurst the leadoff. Malzahn, high fly ball to left. Off the base of the wall. Whitehurst will score with ease. Malzahn is held at first. It is a RBI single. And for the first time all weekend long, the Eagles lead the Bruins. And this will bring on Dario Rios. He sends a high fly ball down the right field line and foul. Rios last time up, doubled. The Eagles put together a very nice 2-out rally to take a 1-run lead as Rios takes ball 1. White with the pitch. Outside, umpire shaking his head no. Ball 2 to Dario Rios. High pop-up. Claire Howe believes he's under it, and he has the catch for out number 3. White escapes the jam, but not before CMU finally gets the job done and does some damage. They take the lead 3-2. We go to the top of the third. You're watching NAIA Baseball on the Urban Edge Network. And welcome back to Central Methodist University for the top of the third of Game 4 in this four-game series. After giving up 3 runs in the bottom of the second, Bellevue will look to answer, starting with their third baseman, number 3, Oak Held, and he chops this one foul down the left field line. Held took an HBP his last appearance. Chopper up the middle. Vasquez is there, makes the stop and the throw. On target and on time to Whitehurst for out number 1. And this will bring on the dangerous Carter Clairhout, the big first baseman for Bellevue. He also took a hit by pitch his last appearance at the plate. Last game, he had an RBI single, another single, and a home run, as this one is stopped by Vasquez. Long throw is not in time as Clairhout gets the good single. And with 1 on and 1 down, Aiden Macaris steps to the plate. He struck out his last time up facing Walls. That one is sent well foul behind the Eagle dugout. Macaris had a monster game earlier today as he takes ball 1. A single, a home run, a walk, and a 2 RBI double. The stat line for Macaris in Game 3. That one is sent straight down into the dirt for strike 2. Walls will set and deliver. Ball 2 outside and high. Check swing. Ball 3. They will appeal. Fielding umpire says that Macaris did not break the plane. Three balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. The 6'6" Weston Walls standing down 6'2" Aiden Macaris. Walls will deliver. declare how it goes, as that one is sent foul. Walls delivers strike three. Macaris caught looking and rung up on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Aiden Macaris. This will bring on Nick Gravel, who drew a walk his last at-bat. Gravel, grounder up the middle to Vasquez. McKillop for the out, and that will end the inning. Walls gets out of it with no damage done. It's still 3-2 Eagles. We'll be right back with the bottom of the third on the Urban Edge Network. And welcome back to Estes Field. For the beginning of the bottom of the third, the Eagles will look to do more damage and see if they can build a little bit of insurance against this high-power Bellevue offense, and they will start that campaign in the third with Justin Smith, the center fielder, who walked in his last plate appearance. Pitching line for White so far through 2 full innings of work as Smith chops that one. Foul and out of play down the left field line is 2 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, no strikeouts, and 2 walks on 56 pitches. There is activity in the Bellevue bullpen as that one is sent well into the other batter's box for ball 1. Number 9, Cody Butt, is warming up in the Bellevue pen, the 5'9 junior from St. John's, Newfoundland. Smith chops that one into the dirt for strike 2. Justin Smith only batting .111. Earns ball 2 high and away. Has 4 walks and 4 stolen bases on the year. Has not been caught stealing so far this season. Leads the team in stolen bases. Smith takes ball 3 high. Now Justin and Garrett will settle in for a full count pitch. Justin Smith takes ball 4 inside, and the Bellevue defense throwing their hands in the air in disbelief. They cannot believe it, but Blue says it missed, and Justin Smith has back-to-back walks. Excellent at bat for Smith. And that will bring on Zeb Weedy, who flew out to center field his last plate appearance. The Eagle bats beginning to come alive and starting to rattle as Weedy shows bunt, pulls back, called strike, and the gun down to first does not catch Smith sleeping as he reaches base safely. The Eagle bats finally able to make some noise and maybe rattle this Bellevue pitching staff, and they are already getting to work on White's substitution. White again throwing over the first, potentially buying time for the next pitcher to get warmed up. White will deal, swing and a miss, and a throwing error potentially if it was not for the shortstop, Mason Spellacy, diving into shallow right center to prevent the ball from going to the outfield. And now Coach Monlux having a very animated word with our home plate umpire, and nothing comes of it as Ed Weedy goes down to the count 0-2. White will deal. Check swing. Umpire says that Weedy did go and is tagged out for the first out of the inning. With Weedy down on strikes and being tagged out down the first base line, Sean Mitchell will step to the plate. He drew a walk his first time up this game. Mitchell, the 6'2" junior from Kane, Illinois, sends this one foul. An extra run of insurance stands just 2 bases away for Coach Breland and this Eagle team who is desperate for a good win. And Sean sends this one foul behind the Eagle dugout and falls down to the count 0-2. White delivers. Ball 1 inside. Mitchell only batting .222, but a .391 on base percentage. Takes ball 2 outside. Coach Breland saying, win this pitch. That's all you can do is win the next pitch if you're the Eagles. Mitchell chops this one foul, bouncing off the top of the Bruin dugout. Sean Mitchell only 1 RBI on the year, looking to make it 2. And he draws ball 3 on Garrett White. White delivers. Ball 4 inside and low. And it will be 2 on and only 1 down for the second baseman, Landon McKillop, as Mitchell draws the walk. McKillop's last plate appearance saw him ground out directly to the first baseman. It appears assistant coach Mitch Schmidt will step out to have a conversation with the infield defense. With 2 on, the double play ball is very much an option for the Bruins. As their first man out of the bullpen in relief for this game, Cody Butt is actively throwing. In steps Landon McKillop, the 6-foot sophomore out of Lamoni, transferred here to CMU from McCook Community College. Shows bunt on the first pitch and takes ball 1. Wise pullback by McKillop. White to deliver. Another bunt shown by McKillop, and that one is foul. McKillop plays on a bunt towards first base. The only play is at first base, and it's a throwing error on Garrett White. Justin Smith will score. They are waving Mitchell home, and the throw is not in time. Landon McKillop was only supposed to bunt to advance the runners to second and third, but a throwing error from White brings 2 more home, and it's 5-2 Eagles. And that will do it for Garrett White. His final pitching line, 2 1/3 of an inning's work, 3 earned runs. The most 2 recently scored runs will not earned. 1 strikeout and 4 walks on 71 pitches. And in relief for White comes Cody Butt, the 5'9" left-handed junior from St. John's, Newfoundland. Butt enters today with a 5.06 ERA. He's only thrown 10.2 innings on the year, giving up 8 hits, 6 runs, all of which earned, and 6 walks, but 14 strikeouts, giving him the second highest K9 rating on the roster at 1181. The only member of the Bruin pitching staff with a higher K/9 rating is Alexandre Dion, who stepped on to close out game number 3. His K/9 sits at 1350. The Eagles finally able to take advantage of a Bruin mistake, and they capitalize in a big way. put up a 3-spot last inning, and now 2 here in the bottom of the third. And another run of insurance stands just 90 feet away at third base in Landon McKillop. And Dawson Foster steps to the plate. Foster will take the first pitch inside and low near his ankles for ball 1. Big swing and a miss from Foster for strike 1, who's 1 for 1 on the day with a single. Big opportunity here for Foster, and he sends this one foul towards his own team's dugout for strike 2. Jordan Vasquez awaiting in the on-deck circle. Another one sent to the ground and foul. Butt comes set, ready to deliver. Lefty pitch, misses inside. And once again, the Bruin infield just throws their hands up in disbelief. Foster works the count even, 2-2. 1 on, 1 down. The pitch. Inside, caught him looking, strike 3. Dawson Foster goes down on strikes, and there's 2 away. Can the Eagles keep pouring it on while they have the chance? Jordan Vasquez looks to continue that trend. Butt delivers. Vasquez chopper to second. And he cannot make the play. Nick Gravel does not make the play in very shallow right field. And instead, Vasquez gets the RBI single as McKillop scores. And it is 6-2 Central Methodist as Whitehurst takes ball 1 very low and inside. But fires ball 2 high and away. Whitehurst barely gets a piece of it, and it's caught for strike 1. 2 RBI double for Whitehurst, his last plate appearance. And a little rinse and repeat from Cody Butt for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs for number 22. Can Whitehurst keep the line moving? Vasquez goes, ball 3, and that's a stolen base for Vasquez. Whitehurst takes ball 4 inside. And it's going to be 2 on and 2 down for Ryan Malzahn. Malzahn, his last time up, an RBI single, driving in Whitehurst, and he launches this one out to left field, and that is well foul out of play. And Coach Breland will walk down to home plate and have a conversation. And truthfully, there's not much that Coach Breland can do. But instead of blowing the game open with a 3-run homer over the left field wall, it will be a very long and a very entertaining strike on Malzahn. Cody Butt set to deliver. Malzahn sends it sky high down the right field line, and it is out of play. Malzahn finds himself quickly down 0-2 in the count. Big opportunity for the captain. Takes ball 1 outside. Malzahn awaits the pitch. Ball 2 outside. Chopper to short. Spellacy is there and flips for out number 3. Bruins avoid the jam, but not before the Eagles can put up 3 more here in the bottom of the 3rd. And it is 6-2 in favor of the Eagles. We'll be right back with the top of the 4th here on the Urban Edge Network. And welcome back to Fayette, Missouri for the top of the fourth inning between the Bruins and Eagles. In the bottom of the third, CMU was able to tack on more damage, draw some more blood, and now holds a 6-2 lead over the number 22 ranked team in America. How will Bellevue respond? They are putting that on the shoulders of Xavier Lerma. His last time up, he singled, and he takes ball one about a foot and a half over his head from the big 6'6" Weston Walls. Lerma, the 6'2" sophomore, takes ball two. This one sent foul behind the Eagle clubhouse. Central looking to avoid the 4-game sweep. Big swing and a miss from Lerma. Back-to-back swing and a miss for strike three. Walls earns his third strikeout of the day. This will bring on the designated hitter, Dylan Holmes. Flew out to center field his last appearance at the plate. And a chopper to short. Rios makes the play and the out at first. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Weston Walls as Holmes goes down. And now up for the Bruins, the shortstop, Mason Spellisy. His last time at the plate, grounded out to second baseman Landon McKillop. Walls will deal. Breaking ball in the zone for strike one. Laser, a fastball, is sent back to the shortstop, and Vasquez makes the play. A quick 3-up, 3-down, retire the side for Walls, showing that this CMU pitching staff knows what it can do. And we're going to go to the bottom of the fourth with your same score, 6-5. You're watching NAIA Baseball on the Urban Edge Network. And welcome back to Fayette, Missouri for the bottom side of 4 between the Bruins and Eagles. CMU looking to do more damage as they hold a 4-run lead. Just want to tack on as much insurance as possible. If anyone in the country knows how potent this Bellevue offense can be, it is the CMU Eagles. Starting off the inning for Central, second baseman Dario Rios, who doubled in his first appearance of the game. That one is sent foul and caught by Justin Smith in the on-deck circle. but delivers. Ball one inside to Rios. Rios looks at strike two. Rios, the 5'11 junior from Florida, Puerto Rico. That line drive is sent foul, out of play on the right field line. One ball, two strikes to open the fourth inning for Dario Rios. And again, sent foul. Cody Butt looking to take care of business and put Bellevue in a position to come back as he fires ball two outside. Butt set to deliver. Chopper to second, and he's going to make the easy play to clear out at first for out number one. With Rios down, Justin Smith steps to the plate. Smith back-to-back walks this game as he swings big and misses big for strike one. That ball cannot be stopped by Lerma for ball one. Strike two. Taken on the outside edge. Smith, the pink gloves and pink shoes to match. Butt looking to record his second strikeout, and he does. Justin Smith will not reach base for the first time today, as Zeb Weedy will step to the plate with nobody on and two down. Weedy, big cut, and sends this one foul. Butt delivers, and Weedy, rinse and repeat, foul over his right shoulder. Weedy takes ball one low. Zeb is 0 for 2 on the day with a fly out to center and a strikeout. And a caught strike three from Zeb Weedy, and that will end the inning. Eagles can do no more damage, and now it's Bellevue's turn to respond. We're going to go to the top of the fifth. We'll be right back here on the Urban Edge Network. And welcome back to Game 4 of this four-game series. Leading off the top of the fifth for the Bruins is going to be the 9-hole batter, Jalen Ruffin, making his second appearance of the day. His first at-bat recorded an HBP and was close to one there, but instead it's ball one. Grounder up the middle that will get past the diving glove of Vasquez. And it's a leadoff single for Jalen Ruffin. And now the Bruins are going back to the top of the order with their right fielder, Anthony Lind. He's 0 for 2, and both have been grounders to Landon McKillop over at second base. A defensive substitution for the Eagles here to open the fifth inning. Dariel Rios has been subbed out from third base, and Wilson Decker has been subbed in. Decker, the 6'2" junior from Hazelwood, Missouri, as Lind takes ball one. Excellent job by Foster to prevent Ruffin, the lightning fast base runner, from stealing second. Ball three taken outside on Lind. Walls dealing down 3-0 in the count. Ball four outside. And the Bruins will start the fifth with 2 on and nobody down for Oak Held. Foster having a conversation with his pitcher. Held, grounded out to short, his last time at the plate. Weston will deliver. Ball one outside. Held, showed bunt, pulled back, called strike. Walls pitching to an even count. Swing and a miss from Held for strike two. Big foul ball to stay alive from Held. Walls nearing the 70 pitch mark. 2 walks, 2 earned runs, and 3 strikeouts. Check swing. They say that Held tapped it, and it was caught by Foster for the strikeout. And with Held gone, it'll be 1 down and 2 on for Carter Clairhout. Clairhout has been one of the most dangerous bats of the weekend. Walls now shaking off 3 straight pitch calls. Finally gets one he likes. And he'll deliver. And Clairhout lifts a towering fly ball to right field. Weedy will step in to make the catch. Ruffin does not tag from second. An excellent throw by Weedy to hold Ruffin at second base. Clairhout is down. And that will bring on Aiden Macaris. Macaris 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. This is a high fly ball out to left center. Back at the wall, and it's gone! With one swing of the bat, Aiden Macaris cuts the lead from 4-1. Had a monster game 3. Struggled to get the read on Walls early, but understands the pitcher and makes him pay. It's 6-5 Eagles. And that will bring on Nick Gravel. Walls fires that one into the dirt for ball 1. Ball 2 to Gravel. One swing of the bat can change the entire landscape of the game, and Aiden Macaris proves that to be true, as Gravel calls time. Walls deals. Ball 3 inside. Gravel takes strike 1. Gravel fouls it off back into the parking lot for strike 2. Hopefully he didn't damage anyone's vehicle. Weston to deliver. Chopper to third. Decker makes the stop. Does not pull Whitehurst off the bag for out number 3. So Walls gets out of it, but not before Bellevue responds, as everyone knew they would. Top of the 5th, highlighted by Macaris with a towering 3-run shot out the left field wall. And we'll go to the bottom of 5. Your score, Central Methodist 6, Bellevue 5. You're watching NAIA Baseball on the Urban Edge Network. And welcome back to Estes Field for the bottom of the 5th between the Eagles and Bruins. Top side of this inning highlighted by Aiden Macaris with a towering 3-run shot over the left field wall to cut this Eagle lead to 1. How will CMU respond? Can they respond? They will start answering that question with Sean Mitchell, the designated hitter. He takes this at-bat with back-to-back walks to start the game. Mitchell takes strike 1. Mitchell fouls this one off to quickly go down 0-2. Last game, Mitchell went 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a flyout, a groundout, and recorded a hit by pitch. Not a great day at the plate for Sean Mitchell. Hopefully he finds a way to turn that around. As Butt delivers. Liner out to left field. Will that drop? No! A great catch on the run by who else but Aiden Macaris denies Sean Mitchell his first hit of the day. And with Mitchell lining out to left field, that will bring on Landon McKillop. McKillop back-to-back sacrifice bunts in his first 2 at-bats. First one he was out, and this is a liner out to left center. It will drop over the outstretched glove of Macaris. He cannot make the stop, and that will give McKillop the 1-out double. An excellent swing and base running from Landon McKillop to not stop as soon as he saw the outstretched glove of Macaris could not bring the ball down out of the air. And that will bring on Dawson Foster to the plate with 1 on and 1 down as he takes ball 1 outside. Foster lightnings one foul right above the Eagle dugout. Dawson Foster stands at the plate. Jordan Vasquez awaiting in the on-deck circle. As Foster takes ball 2 high. There is action in the Bellevue bullpen. Number 44, Derek Morales, the 6'2 junior from Vero Beach, Florida, beginning to warm up behind the Bruins dugout. Foster sends a towering fly ball down the right field line. It is foul, and it is out of play into the woods for some of Breland's roster to go fetch at the end of the night. Foster, even count, 2-2, 1 out. McKillop standing at second. Choppers stopped by the pitcher. McKillop will advance to third on a fielder's choice, and Foster goes down. And with Foster down, that brings Jordan Vasquez back to the plate. Vasquez has 2 ground outs to the third baseman and an RBI single in his last plate appearance. Cody Butt set to deliver. Ball low in the net. McKillop will score standing, and the insurance run gets home. 7-5 Central. as Vasquez goes ahead in the count 1-0. Big swing and a miss from Vasquez to even the count at 1. A good breaking ball by Cody Butt. Chopper will be fouled down the left field line. Butt crossing the 40 pitch mark. 3 strikeouts, 1 earned run, and 1 walk. Vasquez caught looking, running up on strikes, and that will end the inning. So Bellevue gets out of a potential jam, but not before a wild pitch by Cody Butt brings home Landon McKillop, and the Eagles get an extra run of insurance. It's 7-5 CMU as we go to the top side of the 6th. You're watching NAIA Baseball on the Urban Edge Network. And welcome back to Game 4 as we enter the top side of the 6th between the Eagles and the Bruins. Bruins let an insurance run score home to go down 2 last inning. And they will start off their response with Xavier Lerma. He struck out his last time up. And a big swing and a miss right there to even the count at 1-1 against Weston Walls. Another swing and a miss from Lerma for strike 2. Walls delivers. Ball 2 taken outside. Excellent plate discipline from Xavier. Ball 3 high just outside. And it goes from 1-2 to 3-2 in favor of Lerma. Walls delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Weston Walls with a big strikeout to open the top side of the 6th. Lerma striking out for the second straight at bat, and that brings on Dylan Holmes. Holmes 0 for 2 in this game with a fly out to center field and a grounder to third base as he watches strike 1 zip on by. A little doink action as Holmes sends this one off one of the giant metal poles supporting our safety net for strike 2. Oh, 2 count. Outside for ball 1. Umpire shaking his head saying no. High fly ball out to left field. Malzahn will give chase, looks to be under it, and he will step in to make the catch. A towering fly ball that looked like it had enough, but the slight breeze may have knocked it down, and Holmes is gone. And with Holmes gone, that brings on the shortstop, Mason Spellacy. He's 0 for 2 in this game, grounding out twice, once to the second baseman and once to the shortstop. As he takes ball one from Weston Walls. Strike one on the outside corner. Walls now showing a little heat. Spellacy fouls this one over the press box for strike two. Walls pitching with a little bit of pace. He'll deliver quickly. Liner, that will get down and through into left field. And a 2-strike, 2-out single for Mason Spellacy. And with 2 outs and 1 man on, the tying run steps to the plate in Jalen Ruffin. He's 1 for 1 tonight with a single and a hit by pitch. Walls will set in the stance and deliver. Breaking ball for strike one. An excellent pitch by Walls. Ruffin fouls this one off for strike two. Central trying to hand Bellevue their first loss of the year when they score 5 runs or more. Swing and a miss for strike 3 to end the inning. Weston Walls up to 6 strikeouts through 6 innings of work. We'll go to the bottom side of 6. Your score stays the same. CMU 7, Bellevue 5. Your NAIA baseball on the Urban Edge Network. And welcome back to Fayette, Missouri. And we are here for the bottom of the 6th between the Eagles and Bruins. Weston Walls putting together a very good pitching performance in this game, giving up 5 runs, but his bats have responded to keep him in a comfortable spot, up 7-5. Whitehurst opening the inning by looking at strike 1 against Cody Butt. Butt came in for relief of Garrett White after White's throwing error gave the Eagles runs 4 and 5. As White fouls that one past his own dugout. Whitehurst 1 for 1 with a fly out to center field and a 2 RBI double. His most recent plate appearance was a walk. Umpire calls time as Whitehurst is down 0-2 in the count. Butt delivers. Chopper might get through, and that will get through. Spellsy could not make the stop as it was a hard hit chopper that will bounce off his glove and give Whitehurst the single. And with Whitehurst reaching base and nobody out, the ultra-reliable Ryan Malzahn will step to the plate. He's had one of the better days of hitting I have seen here in quite some time. In Game 3 today, walk, single, 2-run homer, 3-run homer. Tonight, hit by pitch, an RBI single as he takes ball 1 inside. Cannot ask for much better hitting from your most experienced and reliable bat in the clubhouse. But will throw over. Didn't like the pitch, didn't like his something. And instead, he will reset to fire at Malzahn. Breaking ball misses the inside part of the plate, and Ryan finds himself up 2-0 in the count on Butt. Wilson Decker, who subbed in defensively for Central 2 innings ago, awaiting in the on-deck circle, as Malzahn fouls this one off for strike 1. A little rinse and repeat for Malzahn, again fouling it off straight back into the net. And he goes from being up 2-0 to an even count at 2-2 against Cody Butt. Chopper might get through. Spellsy makes the stop. The long throw to first is in time. Very nice play from Mason Spellsy to retire Malzahn, and Whitehurst will reach second on fielder's choice. And now the third baseman, Wilson Decker, will step to the plate. Decker's had 2 at-bats on the year, has not recorded a hit or reached base with 1 strikeout. As he sees strike 1 fly across the plate, a good breaking ball pitch from Cody Butt. Can the Eagles get another run of insurance against this high-powered offense as Decker gets ball 1? That was the first time all day today that Malzahn has not reached base. Fouls this one straight into the backstop, and Decker is down 1-2. But set. Looks back at Whitehurst to deliver. Stay alive swing from Decker, and we'll do it again. Wilson Decker, the 6'2 junior from Hazelwood, Missouri, takes ball 2 low and in. Transfer to CMU from Greenville University, Division III school in Greenville, Illinois. Butt delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Correction, Blue calls that Decker sent it into the dirt. Catcher struggled to find the ball himself. It wasn't just me. Decker does a good job staying alive. Keep the count at 2-2. Can he put the ball in play and force the Bruin defense to make a play? Takes ball 3 low. An excellent at-bat being put together by Wilson Decker. Cody Butt already at 54 pitches in relief. Butt didn't like something about his stance, his form, and instead throws back to be able to pitch again on a full count. Whitehurst goes, liner up the middle, caught! What a play by the second baseman, Nick Gravel. Robs the Eagles of an insurance run, robs Decker of his first hit of the year, and instead of more magic happening, it will be 7-5 as we go to the top half of the 7th between the Eagles and Bruins. You're watching NAIA Baseball on the Urban Edge Network. And welcome back to Fayette, Missouri, as we get ready for the top side of the 7th in a very, very good baseball game between the Eagles and Bruins. CMU had a chance to tack on an extra run of insurance, but amazing play by second baseman Nick Gravel to record the out. And let's see if Anthony Lind can carry on that momentum, or if Weston Walls has something else to say about it, as he already finds himself in a 1-1 count. Lynn sends that one foul to go down 0-2. 1-2. Walls calls time to tie his shoe. Walls doesn't blow a tire and is ready to roll. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off over top the Eagle dugout, and we'll do it again. Walls shakes off a pitch. Batter calls time. Lynn had something in his eye. Walls find a pitch he likes, delivers quickly, and it's ball 2 low. Another quick pitch, and this one's a foul ball down the right field line. Had plenty of distance. Don't think it would have gotten over the wall, but it certainly would have let Lynn reach base if it stayed fair. Chopper to second base. McKillop makes the stop and the throw to first for out number 1 of the inning. An excellent at bat by Lynn, but Walls' stuff is just working. Oak Held will step to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a ground out to the shortstop as he holds off for ball 1. Walls now over 100 pitches, that being the 103rd. Strike 1 on a foul ball to Held. Ball 2 taken high. Held stays alive by fouling this one off behind the Eagle dugout. 2-2 count. 1 down, no one on. Carter Clairhout on deck. Walls will deliver. Ball 3 outside. Umpire shaking his head. No, that was not it. Full count, 1 out pitch to Oak Held. Here's Walls with a delivery. Almost some sweet chin music on ball 4. Walls loses him. And the game-tying run comes to the plate. And Coach Breland will begin walking out to the mound. Unsure if this is a pitching change or just a visit with Walls to discuss strategy. And it will be a pitching change as Walls removes his pitch comm bracelet in an excellent performance through 6 1/3 of an inning for the big 6'6" senior Weston Walls. 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts on 104 pitches. And who has Breland called on to replace Weston Walls? He is called on number 25, Jeremy Yano. Jeremy, the 6-foot right-handed junior from Chicago, Illinois. Transferred to CMU from Oakton Community College. On the year, Yano's pitched 12 innings with 3 hits, giving up 2 runs, 1 of them earned with 5 walks and 14 strikeouts, for an ERA of 0.75 and a K per 9 rating of 1050, that being the highest on the Eagle roster. Jeremy Yanau did make an appearance in this series in Game 1 yesterday afternoon. Stat line of 1 1/3 inning of work with 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 strikeout, and 1 home run. Yanau threw 17 total pitches yesterday, 10 of which were strikes. And he recorded a hit by pitch. Only facing 7 batters when Chase Schneiders was given the start yesterday for Game 1 to open the series. And now Jeremy Yanau will come in a big spot. 1 down and 1 runner on, facing one of the biggest bats Bellevue has in their clubhouse, Carter Clairhout, as he sends a towering fly ball out to center. Smith will give chase at the wall. It is gone! One swing of the bat, one pitch, and a tie game. Carter Clairhout goes yard for the third time this series, and none bigger than this one right here. We are all knotted up at 7 apiece. Unbelievable hitting from Carter Clairhout this weekend. First pitch of the night from you now is sent back over 400 feet beyond the outfield wall. And now Aiden Makarus will step in. Makarus hit a towering 3-run shot over the wall in left center field his last time up. And just like that, all of the momentum goes back to Bellevue. We asked earlier in the broadcast when they were down 6-2, would they respond? And by the looks of things, yes, they absolutely did. As Makarus is ahead 2-1 on you now. Line drive, that's a base hit up to right. And if you don't know the old saying, here it is, hitting is contagious. Nick Gravel will now step to the plate. He now delivers. Gravel shows bunt. It's a great bunt. Is it in time? Yes, it is. Gravel goes down on a sacrifice bunt to move Makarus to second base. A very good bunt, but a very good defensive play by you now, and a great catch by Whitehurst at first. And this will bring on the catcher, Xavier Lerma, who is 1 for 3 on the night with an RBI single, and his last 2 at-bats have both been strikeouts against Weston Walls. Fouls it off for strike 1. Rinse and repeat, fouls it off in the same spot in the net for strike 2. You're now 1 strike away from getting out of things with only 2 runs of damage, and the go-ahead run is in scoring position in Aiden Makarus. Swing and a miss, strike 3. You now gets out of it before Bellevue has a chance to take the lead, but not before big bad Carter Clairhout strikes again. A towering 2-run homer over the center field wall ties the game at 7 apiece. We're going to go to the bottom half of 7. We hope you all enjoy your 7th inning stretch from home. You are watching NAIA Baseball on the Hart Conference Network and Urban Edge Network. So, how will this CMU offense respond to the towering 400-foot bomb of Carter Clairhout? That question will begin to be answered by their center fielder, number 1, Justin Smith, who is 0 for 1 on the night with a pair of walks and a strikeout. And a big swing and a miss to open the at-bat. A good breaking ball pitch from Cody Butt. Butt delivers. Foul ball down the right field line for strike 2. Fly ball out to right center. Fielder is under it and makes the catch. Anthony Lind had to back up close to the warning track to record the out, and Smith goes down. This will bring on the right fielder, Zeb Weedy. Zeb Weedy is 0 for 3 on the day with a pair of strikeouts and a fly out to center field as he launches that one foul on the right field line. Weedy caught looking at strike 2. The Eagles cannot rely on just 2 or 3 batters to get the job done as Weedy draws ball 1 high. Vasquez has an RBI single. Whitehurst has a 2 RBI double. And Weedy caught looking, rung up, and gone. Cody Butt finally finding his stuff, and it's working well. Weedy falls to 0 and 4 in the game. This will bring on Sean Mitchell. Designated hitter has a pair of walks and lying out to left field. His last at-bat. And Malzahn has an RBI single as Mitchell gets ball 1 on the outside edge. Chopper right back to Butt, and he'll make the throw to Clairhout, and Bellevue responds emphatically on defense. Cody Butt retires the side in order, and we will go to the top of the 8th. Not much time left in this tie game. You're watching NAIA Baseball on the Urban Edge Network. And we are back here in Fayette, Missouri for the top of the 8th inning between the Bruins and Eagles. As Bellevue has put together a very emphatic and dominant 3-inning stretch from the 6th inning on. Capped off by Carter Clairhout's 2-run homer, as Dylan Holmes sends that one foul behind us and out of play. Jeremy and now a lot of pressure on his shoulders. First pitch he threw tonight, a 2-run bomb to center field, and now he has to work out of it. Big swing and a miss and a confidence boost as Holmes chased high. Now to deliver. Ball 1 taken outside. Holmes 0 for 3 on the game with flyouts to center field and left field and a ground out to the third baseman. Ball 2 taken inside. Two count, big at-bat to open the top of the 8th for you now. Let's see what Holmes will do. He will check swing and foul it back, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Correction, 3-2. And Holmes calls time, informing the umpire has something in his eye. The wind has changed directions from yesterday. Instead of blowing out towards right field, it is beginning to blow in from right center field, possibly affecting with the batter's vision or simply blowing something into his face. As Holmes draws ball 4, and the Bruins have a leadoff walk. Pinch running at first base for the Bruins, number 41, Jackson Polk. Spellacy is due up to bat, and there will be an Eagle pitching change. Breland says, I've seen enough of you now. I need a fresh arm to help finish out this game. And Breland has called upon Caleb Griekowick, the 5'11" right-handed junior from Virginia Beach, transferring here from Bryant and Stratton College. Interesting decision. Breland agrees to leave you now in. Maybe you now said something to convince Breland to give him one more batter. Regardless of what the conversation was, you now will stay to face Spellacy. Spellacy 1 for 3 on the day with a single. And before that, a grounder to short and a grounder to second. Back-to-back checkdowns to first base to keep an eye on Dylan Holmes. You now to deliver bunt by Spellacy, and they will say strike 1. big moment here in the 8th. If you're you now, you have to keep things tied. And he throws back to keep Holmes honest at first base. Spellacy shows bunt again. You now will pitch to him, and he bunts it foul. Spellacy knew he should have pulled back, but instead it's down 0-2 with a runner on first for Mason Spellacy. Bellevue trying to increase their win streak to 11. A wild pitch goes through the legs of Dawson Foster, and Jackson Polk will easily cruise to second base. And it's a 1-2 count for Spellacy. Go-ahead run now in scoring position on the wild pitch from Jeremy Yanao. Ball 2 taken low. Breaking ball doesn't break enough, and it's ball 3 high. And Spellacy goes from down 0-2 to now ahead in the count 3-2. Big time pitch here as the Bellevue dugout is making plenty of noise for you now to contend with. Swing and a miss. Gun down to third. Does not have him as the throw was off target. Polk is safe at third, but Spellacy goes down swinging for out number 1. And this will bring on the 9-hitter, Jalen Ruffin. His last time up, he struck out. Before that, a single. And before that, a hit by pitch for 1-2 on the night. Go-ahead run standing just 90 feet away for the Bruins. Wild pitch through the legs of Foster. Polk will come home, and he is in. Jeremy now with 2 wild pitches to give Polk third base and then home. And the Bruins have come all the way back from down 6-2 to take an 8-7 lead. And with nobody on and 1 down, Ruffin leads the count 1-0. Ruffin steps in the box, up 2-0. He now needs to find a way to calm down and just pitch. Let the game come to him. Missing high for ball 3. He now delivers. Ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to put Bellevue's lightning fast speedster Jalen Ruffin on first base with the top of the order due up. Anthony Lynn now steps to the plate. He is 0 for 3 on the day with 3 grounders, all 3 going to second baseman Landon McKillop. I expect you now to check down at Ruffin several times as long as he's standing at first base. The last thing CMU can afford is to allow Bellevue to secure more insurance. He now delivers a bunt. This is a well-placed bunt. You now will make the throw to first. It is off target. Pulled Whitehurst off the bag. Ruffin is held at third. Lind stops at second. And it is 2 runners in scoring position and only 1 down for Oak Held. And the last thing you want to see if you're head coach Nate Breland is your starting first baseman Gavin Whitehurst going down holding his ankle. The bad throw from you now pulled Whitehurst off the bag, and we all hope that Gavin is okay. Just when you get Malzahn back from injury, after his injury in the Madonna game, you beat Concordia without him, and he comes back as designated hitter to begin this series. And then last night in Game 2, Simon J.J. Yoakum, your regular starting center fielder, hurts his knee sliding into second base, has been ruled out for the day. Fortunately, head athletic trainer Payton and Coach Breland agree that Whitehurst is okay. Maybe he just twisted an ankle or just rolled on it the wrong way or took an awkward step. Regardless of what it was, Gavin, we're happy you're okay and ready to play ball. Oak held 0 for 2 on the night. Struck out his last appearance, grounded out to the shortstop before that. As he takes ball 1 inside, almost took another HBP. That's what he did his very first plate appearance of Game 4. He now delivers. Foul ball straight back into the net. Evens the count at 1-1. There is activity in the Eagle bullpen, but I'm not in the best angle to try and tell who it is, as Held swings and misses for big strike 2. Wind now blowing in at a pretty steady rate from right field towards home plate. You now will deliver. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, a massive strikeout of Oak Held. Back-to-back Ks. And Breland will step out. And it looks like this time there will be a pitching change. This will be the end of the night for Jeremy Yanau. His final stat line, 1 inning pitched, 2 earned runs, 2 strikes, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks on 25 total pitches. And before Yanau had a chance to face the powerful and dangerous Carter Clairhout, Breland will call to the bullpen and call on number 9, Reese Behan, the 6'3" left-handed junior from Columbia, Missouri. Transferred here to Central Methodist from Moberly Area Community College. Reese Behan made an appearance last night in Game 2. Only recorded 1 out, 1 hit, gave up 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. And he's being called upon in arguably the biggest moment of the game. CMU stands 1 out away from going back to hitting and having a chance to reclaim the lead. At the same time, they also stand 1 swing of the bat away from going down 4 runs. That's not the case this time, as Behan's first pitch is ball 1 low. Claire Howard is 2 for 3 on the day with a hit by pitch, a single, a fly out to right field as he takes ball 2. And how can anyone forget his most recent at-bat, the staggering 2-run shot 400 plus feet beyond the center field wall. Claire Howe jumps ahead 3-0 in the count very quickly. Behan is not wanting to put anything in the strike zone or near Carter's wheelhouse. And he takes ball 4 inside. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Claire Howe walks. And this will bring on Aiden Macaris. And Brigham will step back out. And it looks like it is another pitching change. After a 4-pitch walk to Carter Clairhout, Reese Behan's night is done. And it will be Caleb Griekowick, the 5'11 right-handed junior from Virginia Beach, who we thought was going to sub in earlier for Jeremy Yanau, is now being called on to deal with a 2-out, bases-loaded scenario. Caleb made an appearance in the very first game of this series. He was credited with the loss when Brady Baltus was given the win yesterday afternoon in the 12-8 Bruin victory. His stat line was 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, and 1 strikeout. Griekowick only threw 12 pitches in that outing, 9 of which were strikes. And he's being called upon in relief in one of the biggest moments of the series, arguably the biggest moment. This is the closest the Eagles have been to pulling off an upset victory and stealing a game from the Bruins this weekend. Aiden Macaris most certainly has home run power. 2 for 4 on the day with a pair of strikeouts, a single in his most recent at-bat, and a 3-run homer to cut the lead to 1 back in the 5th inning. And Macaris sees strike 1. Griekowick delivers ball 1 well outside. Foster did a nice job of stopping the ball from going into the backstop, which he's been doing all day long. Give credit where credit's due to Dawson Foster. Macaris with a multicolored bat Towering fly ball over the left field wall. Malzahn will give chase. And it will drop off the top of the wall in the left field corner. The wind kept it in. It will be a bases clearing 3 RBI double. To give the Bruins an 11-7 lead. Aiden Macaris strikes again. And now Nick Gravel will step in to see if he can tack on more damage. Foster, a nice job to stop the ball from getting away to even the count at 1-1. This ball is sent over our heads for strike 2. We said it at the beginning of the broadcast yesterday afternoon before this series started. Bellevue is undefeated when they score 5 or more runs. They are showing to the entire country, and more specifically, the CMU Eagles, how potent their bats can truly be. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Griekowick ends the inning, but not before a towering 3 RBI double from Aiden Macaris to tack on extra insurance for the Bruins. We're going to head to the bottom of the 8th. Your score, Bellevue 11, Central 7. You're watching NAIA Baseball on the Urban Edge Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our broadcast. You understand we're having a couple of technical difficulties on the producing side. Audio appears to be working fine, so I'll be able to describe to everyone what's happening. And an HBP, Landon McKillop, to start off the inning. One pitch from Cody Butt, and McKillop reaches base. With McKillop on base, that will bring on the catcher, Dawson Foster, batting in the 9 spot with 1 on and nobody down. Big swing and a miss from Foster for strike 1. chopper that will get through into right field. McKillop will dig for third, and he will be in safely. Foster gets the hit, and it is 2 on, nobody down, as the Eagles get to go back to top of the order. And a courtesy runner at first base for CMU as Joshua Smith, the 5'10 junior from Detroit, Michigan, will run. And Coach Munlach says to Cody Butt, you pitch a good game, but that is it. You are done. We need a fresh arm to sit 3 guys down immediately. I believe we have the broadcast back as it should be for everyone. We apologize for the interruption. As soon as we get a number on this new pitcher, we'll be happy to tell you about him as soon as he turns his back to the press box. And we have a number and a name now pitching for the Bruins is number 35, Brody Burnett. The big 6'5" right-handed senior out of Kansas City, Missouri, stands tall on the mound. On the season, Burnett has 6 appearances, 5 saves, one of which being a win. He has thrown 7.1 innings of work, only given up 3 hits and 1 walk, no runs, an ERA of 0 for Brody Burnett. And his job is simple, to step in a tough spot, runners in the corners and no outs, and the Eagles having the top of the lineup due. And he is here to face 3 batters and sit 3 batters. Burnett was credited with a save in yesterday's Game 1 victory, a 12-8 final score for the Bruins after stepping in to record the final out. Burnett called on a big spot, potentially dangerous spot for the Bruins. Coach Munlach's showing plenty of trust in the big closer. First pitch is a chopper. Fair! Ruled fair! McKillop will score. Smith is at third. And Jordan Vasquez, the first pitch of the at-bat, with an RBI double. His second RBI of the game. McKillop comes in home to cut the lead to 3. Could have been a huge opportunity to score if Justin Smith had the right leadoff. Wasn't expecting the catcher to let the ball slide in one part of the glove and out the other, and could have easily cut the lead in half. But instead, it's ball 1 to Gavin Whitehurst. The tying run now at the plate with every batter CMU gets for the rest of the inning. Check swing. Umpire says no. Whitehurst did not go, and it's ball 2. That is the first run allowed on Burnett's watch this year. It's not an earned run because McKillop did not reach base when Burnett was pitching, as Whitehurst sends this one foul and out of play on the right field line. If Smith scores, it will also not be charged to Burnett. It would have to be Vasquez standing at second would need to score in order to hurt him. Ground ball to second. Whitehurst can't beat the throw, but he gets the sack RBI to bring in Justin Smith, and it's now 11-9. And it's going to be 1 on and 1 down for the ultra-reliable team captain Ryan Malzahn. Big swing and a miss. He wanted to tie it with that one. You can't ask for a better bat if you're head coach Nate Breland. There's no one else in the roster you'd want to have as Malzahn quickly falls behind 0-2. Chasing high, then chasing low. Malzahn does not chase high that time to earn ball 1. That's an error on the pitcher. A wild throw pulled third baseman off the bag. But Vasquez cannot avoid the tag at home. It was supposed to be a check down to third to keep Vasquez honest, and he got back to the bag safely. It was a bad throw by Burnett. And Vasquez went home. And was caught stealing as Malzahn sends this one foul out of play in the right field line. A heartbreaking turn of events for Central as Malzahn is no longer the tying run. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Burnett sits Malzahn down to end the inning. Central's got 1 inning left to respond. We're going to go to the top of the 9th. Your score, Bellevue 11, Central 9. You're watching NAIA baseball here on the Urban Edge Network. And welcome back to Estes Field as we begin the final inning of the night. Bellevue enters the top of the ninth with a 2-run lead, looking to tack on a little bit of insurance. They will start the inning with Xavier Lerma, who swings ball one. Bellevue found themselves down 6-2, entering the top of the fifth. As Lerma earns ball two. And they have come all the way back and answered the bell. Big swing and a miss from Xavier for strike one. They put up a 3 spot in the top of the fifth, 2 in the seventh, and just put up 4 more in the eighth. Back-to-back swings and back-to-back misses for 2 strikes to even the count against Caleb Griekowick. Lerma does not chase ball 3 high, and will have a full count pitch coming up. Barely gets a hold of that one to stay alive. Griekowick the pitch, ball 4 low, and a leadoff walk for Bellevue. Courtesy running over at first base, once again, Caleb Williams, the 5'9 freshman from Omaha, Nebraska. And Coach Munalax trying to work with what he can in his chance to bat for the last time this game. Pinch hitting is number 28, Louis Felix Anderson. He will pitch hit in place of Dylan Holmes, the designated hitter for this game. Anderson shows bunt, lays it down towards first, a well-placed bunt. The throw is in time. Anderson is out. A sacrifice bunt to move Williams, to second base. And that will bring on Mason Spellacy. Mason, 1 for 4 on the night with a strikeout, 2 ground outs, and a single. Griekowick tried to pick off Williams at second. He gets home in plenty of time. Towering fly ball down the left field line. Vasquez will give chase in foul territory. And it is just out of play, foul ball. So Spellacy, the 6'5" junior, will step back in the box, down 0-1 in the count against Caleb Griekowick. Griekowick dishes strike 2 on the outside edge of the plate. And they have Williams caught in a rundown. McKillop to Decker to Vasquez. Williams avoids his tag, but then tags him out at the third base line, and that is out number 2 of the inning. A very much needed out. They caught Williams stranded in no man's land. And now Spellevue down 0-2 to the Bruins' final strike. Rikowick delivers. Ball one taken just outside. Swing and a miss for strike three. Spellevue goes down swinging, and Griekowick does exactly what was needed. We're going to go to the bottom of the ninth. The Eagles have 3 outs to work with to try and overcome a 2-run deficit to avoid the 4-game series sweep. You are watching the NAIA Baseball Network. And welcome back to Fayette, Missouri for the conclusion of this 4-game series. We are now entering the bottom of the ninth here in game number 4. The hometown Eagles find themselves down 11-9 after having as much as a 4-run lead before Bellevue stormed back in the back half of this game. And strike one is taken by Wilson Decker. Leadoff man for the Eagles this evening. Swing and a miss, strike two. Brody Burnett has not allowed an earned run all season long and is looking to keep that trend going tonight. Line drive, that's fair and down into right field. Wilson Decker with a leadoff single, exactly what you want if you're head coach Nate Breland. Now Justin Smith will step to the plate. He is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a fly out to right field. Before that, he drew back-to-back walks to open the game. No one due up for the Eagles shortly. Would be considered a big bat. Everyone in the lineup needs to understand this is a hit ground balls and keep the train moving situation if they want to win this game. As Smith takes ball one high. Bellevue trying to do something that hasn't been done in 11 years. Check swing, yes, he went. Umpire knows it, we know it. That's strike two. CMU has not lost 4 games in a row at home since late April of 2015. Ball two taken outside. Excellent stop by Xavier Lerma. They hadn't lost 3 in a row before this series. dating back all the way to the beginning of April in 2016. Ball 3 taken high by Justin Smith. The next one at bat for the 5'9 junior out of Detroit, Michigan. Smith's only batting 111, but a 385 on base percentage. Drawing walks and a swing and a miss. Big time strikeout for Justin Smith. And Brody Burnett now stands 2 outs away from completing the series sweep. Zeb Weedy comes in 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a flyout on the night. Chopper is foul into the Eagle dugout. With Decker standing at first. Weedy, a high fly ball. It's going to be too high, and Lynn's going to be right under it. The wind even knocked it down, and that will be out number 2, and the Eagles now find themselves down to their final out. And all eyes are on the shoulders of Sean Mitchell. As Weedy falls to 0-5 on the evening, Mitchell is 0 for 2 with a pair of walks, a line drive, and a ground out. Swing and a miss for strike 1. The Eagles now down to their last 2 strikes. Can Bellevue complete the comeback? Ball 1 taken inside by Mitchell. They are 1 out away from doing so. And the Eagles will still need to get through Mitchell and the next 2 batters in order to get their big bats back to the plate. As Mitchell swings and misses for strike number 2, and Central is now down to their final strike. Sean Mitchell, the 6'2 junior, versus Brody Burnett, the 6'5 senior. And a swing and a miss. It was dropped, and a drop strike 3 to first, and that will end the ball game. For the first time in 11 years, CMU loses 4 straight games at home in one of the biggest non-conference series we had on our schedule this season. Bellevue comes in, and they make an absolute statement. Hats off and give credit where credit's due to the Bellevue Bruins. They played a very, very good series, scoring over 50 runs over 4 games. Knowing this series was supposed to be played in Bellevue originally, got moved to Fayette due to weather, and then coming in here and making one of the biggest statements of any team so far this year in the NAIA. An incredible 4-game performance from Bellevue in all aspects, pitching and hitting. Most notably, last night in Game 2 with Kenji Miller getting the complete game win in the 11-1 victory over the Eagles. And hitting-wise, there was no one better in the entire series than Carter Clairhout, and he showed up in a big way all week long. Central will fall to 5-8 on the year overall. Bellevue improves to 12-2 to increase their win streak to 11. And CMU will have a week off to regather the troops and regroup as they get ready to host William Penn right here next Saturday for a Saturday doubleheader on March 7th. We thank you all very much for tuning in and taking time out of your Friday and Saturday to listen or watch wherever you may be watching from. Some NAIA baseball. We hope we gave you some entertainment and an enjoyable weekend with the broadcast. Producer Colby, public address announcer Timothy Crowley, site supervisor Lauren Strange. I am Cameron Magine. It has been a true honor to broadcast for you guys this weekend. Before we leave, a very special shout out to our SID, Rachel Moore. She's been sick this weekend. She's normally here running the show. She would be broadcasting in my shoes if it wasn't for her illness. So, Rachel, we thank you for entrusting us with the broadcast. I hope we've done well by your standards, and I can't wait to see you in the office tomorrow. I hope everyone has a safe night. Enjoy yourselves, and by all means, go enjoy some more baseball somewhere else. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night.